Welcome, everybody. Now stay with me. Americans' attention span is about 7 seconds, according to an expert in the media business. I got to get your attention within 7 seconds, and within the first 16 seconds, I got to do something to hook you and keep you. You want to know how to be free? You have the right to travel. You have the right to carry. Who's going to tell you different? Who's going to tell you different? I'll tell you who's going to tell you different. The POS sheriff and the POS deputies, the POS chief of police, the sergeant of police, all their henchmen, their police gangs, the prosecuting attorney, your defense attorney, and this judge. How can one man be a judge over you? You have a right to a trial by jury, not jury trial. This whole world is so upside down, y'all. Now, you got the right to travel and you got the right to carry. You got First Amendment auditors out there pushing it. Some of them go to jail. Some of them get tickets, end up in those buildings with the corporate name of a court. It's not a lawful court. It's a morgue. It's a bank. It's an enslavement system. It's a torture system. You have the right to carry. You have the right to travel. Why don't you band together? Now, I brought this forward about a week ago. And I brought it to the PBI, People's Bureau of Investigation. And man, my phone was ringing all day long, messaging, ringing. Oh, what a great idea, Ethan. This is so powerful. Once you wake the people up with that, they're going to go, what other rights do we have? Oh, like you didn't have to get the jabber doobie doobie. You didn't have to wear the face diaper. Oh, you didn't have to shut your business down. You didn't have to quit your job. None of that? No? Well, what other rights do we have? Oh, my goodness, I'm glad you asked. You got the right to a lawful court and a trial by jury, not a jury trial in an administrative process. So, look, it's just so simple. You got the Supreme Court decisions, you got the lower court decisions, you have your unalienable, constitutionally protected rights, First Amendment, Second Amendment. You got the right to say it, you got the right to do it, and you got the right to defend yourself. It's not only a right, it is your duty to defend yourself. So how about some of you heroes, you all get together in a caravan. Now, my thought process on this was this should be well organized. There's assemblies all over this great land. Now I'm in Michigan. There's a great many of these assemblies in Ohio because there's a man by the name of Dave Roberts who goes around forming assemblies. And I believe Dave is from Ohio. So there's a lot of assemblies in Ohio. Now, these assemblies can be instrumental in this caravan. All right. They can be telling their servants that they expect them to do their job and not to be treasonous terrorist road pirates. But if they do, they better understand these are men with balls and they're armed and they ain't answering no questions and they ain't asking for permission. And if it's a time for good men to do bad things to bad men, well, then this is the group of good men that are willing to do the bad things to the bad men if it means they got to give up their life in the process. Of course, none of them want that, but that's what they got to be willing to do. Second Amendment. There's a little bit more to a Second Amendment than just right to carry. It's responsibility. It's responsibility for yourself, for your safety, for the safety of those around you. And these clowns in costumes want to create emergencies all the time. Turn them flashers on. Great big emergency. What? Their emergency is to harvest you. Hey, Matt, good to see you here. Much love, brother. Yes, only if needed. Of course, right. That's the response. That's part of the responsibility of Second Amendment. Of course. Do what's right. Cause no harm. Don't allow harm to be caused. That's where good men, men with balls, laden with testosterone, will take care of business. This has all got to change, people. You're all living in 3D. 3D means you're brainwashed, you're dumbed down, you're drugged, and you're poisoned. You're enslaved and you're living in fear. You got to rise up to 6D and own your authority. Matt's going to make me put my glasses back on. Do what's right, and you're never wrong. Amen, brother. Amen. So, anyways, I brought this to the PBI. I believe it was on Monday, and well, we were supposed to have discussion. A discussion group was formed. There was talk about creating content like what I'm doing right now, and about the only thing that happened was, hey, Ethan, great idea, but we're going to hijack this, and we got other plans, and yeah, getting together on the Ohio-Michigan line's a great idea because, you know, everybody's location, who's initially involved in this. But no, we're not going to come to Kalkaska on our road trip. It would be at the end, Ethan. And then they changed the whole idea of empowering men with the right to travel and right to carry into something else. And I'm not on board with that. I'm not. And so there's nothing happening in the discussion group. And what I got to say don't really seem to matter too much. So look, this is God's gift to you all. God downloaded this on me. I've been struggling right along with the rest of you. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Go down this rabbit hole, that rabbit hole, do this paperwork, that paperwork. Study. Get your I's dotted, your T's crossed, your colons, your brackets, everything. And it gets ignored. Time and time again, it gets ignored. Freedom. Hey, from Florida. Matt says, first step first. I can't stick around. Talk soon. All right, Matt. Talk to you soon, brother. Darcy Reamer. PBI kicked me out of the Telegram group. Sorry about that, Darcy. I was asked to leave too. I was. But then I was either allowed back in or got back in or something to that effect. So at any rate, yeah, the powers to be over there at the PBI want to take this right to travel, right to carry caravan and do something other than educate the people on right to carry, right to travel, that I feel is not the right time, because there's too many men that are living in fear. Too many men living in fear. And I don't see a big enough organization coming together until this caravan spends some time on the road with First Amendment auditors that are documenting the entire thing. And everywhere this caravan stops, engage with the people. You're stopping for fuel. You're stopping for food. You're stopping for the rest stops. Engage with the people. Have flyers. Have the trip mapped out so people know where they can join up if they want to join up and get in on the caravan. Let's see, Freedom, they're asking me if I want to hide your, oh, they just allowed it. Not asking me if I want to hide it. We shouldn't have to do anything, right? No paperwork or bullshit. Isn't that just still playing their game? We just affirm our freedom, right? That's exactly it. Now, the thing is, you don't have to study. You don't have to create any paperwork. Now, I've created the Americans Notice of Liability. I think that it should get sent to every sheriff department where the caravan will be traveling through. And anywhere where there's an assembly formed, though the leaders of that assembly can contact their servants and instruct them on what they expect out of them. And then these assembly groups, they can be like welcoming committees where they've prepared food and maybe offer other, get a shower, something. I don't know, whatever they could do. I can't think that far ahead. I'm just trying to get this organized. I just find myself beating my head against the wall. And after my phone ringing and dinging with calls and messages all day long after I brought this forward, it's just been crickets. So I decided that enough is enough is enough. This is something that needs to be done. You get a minimum 100 cars, 200 men armed, and you roll. You get your map. You're all laid out where you're going to go, and people know what your route is. That way, they're standing on the side of the road with banners cheering you on. They're standing on the overpass with banners cheering you on. You got people taking their license plate off, burning their driver's license, and getting with you, joining your caravan. Then I don't know, maybe you get 1,000 in that caravan. Then maybe you split off into 3 or 4 or 5 groups, and you start going across the country in all different directions, and your caravan keeps growing and keeps growing. You got First Amendment auditors, and you wake the people up. You do not need a driver's license. A driver's license is a fraud. You do not need forced insurance. You do not need a registration. And nobody can tell you you don't have the right to carry. Now, I got one of these little guys right here. What is this? Oh, you can't have that. The hell I can't. Don't tell me I can't have this. Who the hell are you to tell me I can't have this? Take that damn badge off. Put that damn gun down. And tell me I can't have this. Try and take it from me. Piece of shit, parasite. What else can't you have? Oh, a switchblade. That's a switchblade, Ethan? You're damn right that's a switchblade. Oh, I got the safety. See? It's a switchblade. Who's going to tell me I can't have this? Take that costume off, take that badge off, take that gun off, and tell me I can't have this. Try and take it from me. Enough is enough, people. They are harvesting you. They're harvesting your family. They're harvesting your friends. This is road piracy. This is treason. It's tyranny. Where are the men that are laden with testosterone? That's what I want to know. Where are they? You're out there. Let's organize. Let's organize. I'm going to be talking more about this. Who wants to step up and be the organizer? How many organizers can step up? How many caravans can get out on the road? Can we get one? Can we get 100 cars and 200 men? So we have 200 drivers. The caravan never has to stop for days. One man's driving, one man's sleeping. You got your signage on your vehicles. You're engaging with the people every stop. You're engaging with them while you're out there on those postal roads. Your postal roads where you have the right to travel in your conveyance. And you don't need no damn ID, no driver's license, no registration, no plate, no forced insurance, none of it. Just own your authority, people. That's all there is to it. And wake up the American people that are being put to sleep by the Wake Up America tour. 107. And these fearmongers like Pussy Nino Rodriguez. They're not bringing you solutions. They're not telling you how to own your authority. But I do. Another important thing, y'all, authorize your angel. Most of y'all, your angels are bored out of their mind because they've taken your spirituality away from you. Your authority is higher than that of an angel. You need to authorize your angel to act on your behalf. Hey, Canada. Brent, good to see you. Belvin, Miracles. Have the caravan come to Timberless, Wyoming. I have a RTT case they won't dismiss. Been homeless, dealing with court shit for 6 months due to this. That's what I'm talking about. It's not court. That's a morgue and a bank. And you're being a slave. And you're being harvested. People, you gotta wake up. You're living in 3D. You got David Icke with all his metaphors. 3D, 4D, 5D. Oh, the transformation, the this, the that. It's all in your head. Your body is in 6D. Your body is here on this planet that God provided. Your brain is in 3D. You have been dumbed down with public schooling. You've been brainwashed with television. You have been dumbed down with false history, false information, false science. You have been poisoned with what they want to call medicine. You've been poisoned with your food. You've been poisoned with the air. You've been poisoned with the water. They're toxifying the living shit out of you. That's what 3D is: dumbed down, drugged up, poisoned, stupid, fearful, slavish living. That's all 3D is. You wake up, you take and stand, and have 6D. Oh, man. And you see, this is so simple. I always try to bring you a constitutional kiss. And no, that's not keep it stupidly simple, because the people who listen to me, my audience, is the most intelligent in the world. So I want to deliver the constitutional kiss. Keep it stupidly simple. If the stupid can get it, the dumb down can own it. If the stupid can get it, the dumb down can own it. So I try to bring you a constitutional kiss every chance I get. And this is one. The good Lord downloaded this on me because I was down. I took a gut punch. Oh, man, did I take a gut punch. But that's all right. I'm a man. I recovered real quick. I spent a little time talking with God. I spent a lot of time talking with God that day and that night. And I had me a good sleep, and I woke up, and God had downloaded this on me. A constitutional kiss. Own your authority. You have the right to travel. You have the right to carry. Band together. It's time for good men to own their authority. And it's a time when good men are going to have to do very bad things to bad people. Now, another thing is, I believe that 50% or more of middle to lower law enforcement wants to be whistleblowers. They don't like what they see, but they keep putting that costume on, they keep putting that badge on, and they keep harvesting you so they can feed their family, so they can drink their beer that's laden with estrogen. Oh my God. You got to wake them up. And when you wake them up to the fact that they got the right to travel and the right to carry, all these assemblies that have formed, all these grand juries that have formed that have no law enforcement can get law enforcement, because you're going to have men with balls that own their First Amendment and their Second Amendment, and they will deal with their parasitic sheriff. Deal with one man in a county, and you change the county. You make it a lawful county where you have juries. You have trial by jury, not jury trials where some judge is going to judge you. No single man can judge you. 12 judges judge you. And there should be a grand jury in every land jurisdiction. In Kalkaska County, we got Orange Township. We got, I think, Blue Lake Township. We got other townships, I'm sure. You got the village of Kalkaska. Every land jurisdiction should have an assembly. Every assembly will have a grand jury. This is how you get tried by your peers, not by your enemy. So wake up, people. It's just so simple. Band together, 200 men, 100 vehicles, and put some planning into it. All right? These parasites might want to cut off the gas supply. You come into some town, oh, for some reason, none of the gas stations are working. Some BS like that. You be prepared for everything. Why? Because you're men. Because you're not operating on emotion. You're putting critical thinking in. You're putting planning in. You're putting contingency plans in. You got organization. You got structure. But most of all, you are laden with testosterone, and you're going to own your authority for your right to travel and your right to carry. Anybody got any questions? I got to take a look at the chat here. All right. Lord have mercy. I don't pay income tax either. Now nearly 10 months. That's right. Don't pay no income tax. They're just harvesting you. Fully woke up in 2020. I hope so. I'm still waking up. How do you contact me? In the description of this video. In the description of all my videos. My website is there. Oral Health with Cannabis. Oh, that's right. You can get oral health from cannabis like you can't believe. But that's another topic for another time. But from my website, you can send me an email that whatever the link is, whatever it says, contact us or whatever it says, that email comes to me and me only. All right. Now, I believe that my phone number's on there, also on the homepage, but I don't answer numbers I don't know. So if you want me to answer the phone, you're going to send me a text message first, and you're going to introduce yourself, and you're going to tell me a little bit about yourself and why you want to talk with me. All right. Then I'll message you back, and then we'll arrange a time to talk. If you're calling me and you haven't told me who you are, what your number is, I ain't answering the phone. All right. How else can you contact me? Through Telegram. I have a couple of Telegram channels, and then you can contact me direct on Telegram. You can direct message me through Telegram. And so I got a Telegram channel that is dedicated to oral health with cannabis. You're only going to find less than 2 handfuls of videos there. And underneath each one of those videos, you can make a comment. Now, when you put a comment there, it's going to appear over on the chat channel. Yeah, it is. So if you want to get to the chat channel, you go, if you're not familiar with Telegram, you go up, there's a blue, kind of like a blue bar across the top. Just expand that and you'll see a little message icon. Click on that and it'll take you over to join the chat channel. It's not hard. Telegram's a real easy program to figure out. So that's how you can reach me. I'm not hard to find. Just ask about any government parasite. Government's been attacking me like it's going out of style. Going on 8 years now. So I don't know what else to tell you. It's just that simple. All you need to do is stand up and own your authority. You need to organize. Now, I would love to see that happen right here in Michigan, in Kalkaska. Come up here because I got a few things to take care of. All right. The Kalkaska Village Post Office here is going to facilitate prepaid first-class mail for me. They are. They've done it before. Check out my video. Huge update to the Americans Notice of Liability. Check out how to get recognized as a foreign national to the United States for 2 cents. Because I did. I went up to the counter with my mailer. Postage prepaid, first class, registered mail. I walked away with a register receipt. I walked away with the 3806. My mailer got a sticker, $0.00. Went all the way to the Arrest Reward Processing Center in Kingsland, Texas. The return address said, Foreign Office of Origin. I got recognized as postmaster. I got recognized as foreign national to the United States. In what jurisdiction? Oh, geez, the state of Michigan. Oh, geez, the county of Kalkaska. Oh, geez, the federal under the United States Postal Service. In the federal under the United States Post Office. International under the Universal Postal Union. So what did I do with it? I took copies of all of it. I put it on the back side of my Americans Notice Liability. I put a $1 stamp on it. I put my quantum autograph on it, and I put my thumbprint on it. I own it. That's my registered document. That's my registered case. I am recognized as a foreign national. I went back to that post office weeks later just to get supplies, and they started asking me questions. Then they started lecturing me about what they don't do. Oh, they don't do that. They stopped doing that in the 70s. Yeah. Oh, it's illegal to teach it online. Oh, we've been instructed not to do it anymore. Well, they got some answering to do. And I want First Amendment auditor with me. And I'd like to have a few men with balls traveling around. I would, because they want to harvest me here. They want to harvest me there. They want to harvest me everywhere, any way they can. But I don't make it easy for them. And I'm trying to make it easy for you to own your authority so you're never harvested, so your family isn't harvested, your friends aren't harvested, and we can have a little bit of heaven on earth here. All right, Brent. Good. See you on Telegram. That takes some getting used to freedom. Oh man. Oh my goodness. I got cousins somewhere in Michigan. Right on. Oh, we got parasites all over this country, and they need to be dealt with. We need to hold these suckers to account. So let's see. We're 30 minutes here. I know attention span is short for most Americans, so I'm going to keep this video short at about 30 some minutes here. Anybody got any questions before I sign off? All right. Awesome, Brent. You saved the video. Gonna use it to educate friends. All right, Freedom. You can call, but text message me first. Introduce yourself so I can enter you into my contacts. So when you do call, I see your name and now I know you. I'll answer the phone. Right? All right, everybody. I love you. I'm fighting for you. How about if you start fighting for yourselves? Organize. Organize that caravan. Right to travel, right to care. You got the Supreme Court decisions. You got the lower court decisions. You have your unalienable, unalienable, constitutionally protected rights for your First Amendment, your Second Amendment, and your right to travel. So own it. All right? I love you. I love you. And I love you. Be good. Be safe. And most of all, start taking some testosterone supplements.